That's where I came from, so.
And Wayne, your position is absolutely correct. I served as the chairman for 2 terms and the vice chair for 1 or 2 terms. And contrary to Mr. Payton, I was actually on the commission back when we voted on this. And I'm not sure there's anything nefarious that occurred back then. Maybe we didn't ask the right questions, but I find it highly offensive that people quarterback and they come back after the fact and second guess what should have been done. I've found that over the time of my life that second guessing is always 20/20. But when we have people that come in and second guess decisions that are made, it's always going to be a little bit better than decisions that we try to do thinking ahead. And I got to be honest with you. I'm a citizen. I don't get paid for anything that I do. I've been on here for a number of years, and I find it quite offensive that people are attacking the Parks and Rec workers. I really do. And when you come in and you start insulting people and put it on blog because you think it's cute, I find it highly offensive. And I hope that you're recording this, which I think you are. I hope you put this on your blog, and I hope people get a kick out of it, because the rest of us don't. We find it very petty and very insulting. And I know, Mr. Payton, you ran for council before. I know that Mr. Levinson has. And if this is to trump up some sort of gotcha so you can win an election, that's great. But I get tired of that type of politics. The last few months I've been ready to walk off the commission because I didn't sign up to take the abuse from citizens. I'm a citizen. I have nothing vested in this other than trying to see the city run in a good way. And we have a handful of new people that come in here and to try to find that one little thing that they might have done wrong. Over the years, you must understand this, that over the years, we have been cut back on staff tremendously in order to stay within budget. When I first started years ago, we had a number of people over various departments. Now it's been consolidated. And so we've got these people working a lot of hours trying to do the things that they need to do. And you know, I think it's kind of fun, and it's probably the local sport these days to take shots at government. I'm a very conservative individual. But at the end of the day, when I work with these people and I see what they do, I just find it quite offensive. Now, let's go back to the agenda items. When I first started back in 2006 or 7, somewhere around there, we had a lot of capital projects. We had something every meeting that we had to go over. Over the past few years, those projects have wound down, so we really don't have the volume of work. So as I look back and see what we have now as opposed to what we had before, we just don't have that much work. And so to come here every month and to hold a meeting, just to hold a meeting, I'm not sure that that's the best use of our time, unless you guys have nothing better to do, and I'm certainly sure it's not the best time spent for our staff. So I don't think there's anything nefarious, anything mean-spirited, or anything underhanded in canceling these meetings. And Wayne, I appreciate the work you did, because a lot of work we do as chairman, and Barry knows this, because a lot of the work we do is thankless. And Karen, I hope you don't find that's the case, but you'll do a great job, and we're here to support you. But sometimes you have to make tough decisions, and not everybody likes. I hope you got that on tape.
Well, Mr. Stanford, Commissioner Stanford, I just want to clarify one thing you said. Nobody, certainly not me, and I didn't hear anybody else say anything about that we can't cancel a meeting. That if the determination by a majority of this committee that we don't have any serious business and that it's okay to hold off for 1 month. I've agreed on that many times as chair, and and that's not the issue. The issue is, as I put it, that it only takes one little email sent out. I'm sure you have, I know I do, everybody's name, one little click, and say, as the chairperson, and I'm not saying Wayne had anything nefarious. I'm just saying, in retrospect, Wayne, you didn't have the authority to speak for me and for the rest of us. You didn't.
I understand.
Okay, that's my point. I'm not claiming you had any ulterior bad motives, but I'm just saying that you did not have the authority to speak for me or for anybody else on this committee. So all it would have taken is one click from either Hugo or yourself to say, hey, this, we don't, this is what we got, we don't have much, let's put it off. And then it's one extra day, because everybody usually gets back within a day. And I don't see that as being too obtrusive. I just think it shows respect for this committee. And as Commissioner Stanford just said, any appointed job where you're not getting paid is a thankless job, because we're here and we're using our time. And the way I look at it, since I am using my time, I want it to be well spent. And that means that this committee be run correctly. And when we have no control over whether we meet on a regularly scheduled meeting, we don't have any control of that, that's a problem. And I don't see why anybody would have a problem with that. I don't. Again, Wayne, that was not meant, I didn't even use your name because it wasn't important that it was you. I'm just saying that, again, you didn't have the right to speak for us. And,
No, I understand that.
and,
And I
but
don't
you
believe
did.
No, I'm just curious.
But you
I'm
did.
just looking at other commissions that I'm aware of. The commissioners are aware that there's no meeting when they get the cancellation notice. I'm not aware of the chair of any commission going out and inquiring whether, hey, do we need to meet? The staff says there's no action items. So I guess I'm not aware. I'm curious to know if the planning commission or any other commission in the city has this protocol of inquiring with the rest of the commission before they decide
It seems to be